I need you to imagine this moment with me. Your only daughter. The little girl you held in your arms, the one you watched grow into a strong, ambitious woman with dreams bigger than the world itself, is standing in front of you. Her face is pale. Her eyes are filling with tears. She has just learned that the man she's loved for 7 years, the man she thought was her perfect match, has been hiding something so deeply unsettling that it could alter the course of her entire life. And it's you, her father, who has to tell her. That was me. For years, I believed my daughter had found someone good. He was polite, respectful, the kind of man who shook my hand with sincerity. She'd tell me over and over again how much she loved him, how he listened to her, how he felt made for her. And I agreed. He seemed kind, humble. And when we met his parents a few times for dinner, I thought, well, maybe they're a little old-fashioned, but nothing we couldn't all laugh off, except their comments weren't just harmless quirks. They'd say things to my wife like, "I don't know why you're working. Isn't that the husband's job? A mother should be at home with the children." It rubbed me the wrong way. I knew my daughter's heart. She wanted to keep building her career. She had plans, passions, things she wanted to accomplish. But I brushed those dinners aside. Maybe they just didn't know us well enough yet. Then came the wedding planning. We were in the middle of figuring out dates, guests, the usual chaos, when her fiancé came to me and said his parents wanted to meet. Just me. I told him I'd bring my daughter, but he stopped me, said she wasn't allowed. That was the first red flag that made my stomach turn. Still, I went. I told myself maybe it was something about the ceremony logistics or a cultural detail they wanted to explain. But when I arrived, the conversation took a turn I never saw coming. They brought up dowry. At first, I thought I'd misheard them. Dowry? In 2020? I told them, plainly, we don't do that. Who even asks for that anymore? But they weren't joking. They began lecturing me about how necessary it was. How my daughter would, of course, be a stay-at-home wife. How this was the way things should be. I sat there in stunned silence, every word they spoke clanging in my head like a warning bell. And then, the part that sealed it for me, they told me not to tell her. They wanted me to keep their vision for her life a secret. That was the moment I knew exactly what I had to do. I went home and told her everything, every single word. I didn't try to soften it. I didn't hide the ugliness. She cried. She told me she had no idea he felt that way, that he could stand there for years, letting her believe he supported her dreams, only to let his parents paint a future where she was trapped in a life she didn't want. Then she asked me the question no parent ever wants to hear from their child. What do I do now? And I told her. She didn't have to go through with it. She wasn't being forced. She could cancel the marriage if that's what she wanted. I would stand by her no matter what. She chose to end it. And that's when the storm hit. Her ex called me, furious. His parents called too, accusing me of stealing the love of his life. As if love was about control. As if love was about keeping secrets. And some of her friends, even a few of her bridesmaids, said I was the reason a healthy marriage had been destroyed. A healthy marriage? One built on lies, sexism, and financial transactions for a woman's hand in marriage? No, that was never going to be healthy. But here's the truth that mattered to me most. My daughter's happiness, her freedom, her future. I didn't break them up. He did. His family did. The moment they decided she was something to be managed, rather than someone to be loved, they ended it themselves. I wish I could say that telling her was easy, but it wasn't. She's been in her room for hours since then, crying. 7 years of love doesn't just vanish because you learn the truth. She's grieving not just the loss of him, but the loss of the person she thought he was. And I'm here, just outside her door, wanting to fix everything, but knowing I can't. So, am I the asshole? Because from where I stand, all I did was tell my daughter the truth. I reminded her she had a choice before stepping into a life that would have crushed her spirit. And now, as the host of AITA Story Vault, I want to leave you with this. There's a reason this story struck such a nerve online. It isn't just about one father and one daughter. It's about the courage it takes to stand between someone you love and the life they're about to enter, knowing they can't see the danger yet. It's about the kind of love that's willing to risk being misunderstood, even hated, to protect someone's future. Too many people believe that love is about compromise, about giving in, about keeping the peace. But real love, the kind that lasts, is about truth. And truth isn't always comfortable. So I ask you, what would you have done? Would you have stayed silent to keep the peace? Or would you have told the truth, knowing it could blow everything apart? Because sometimes, doing the right thing means becoming the villain in someone else's story. At least for a while. What matters is whether, years from now, they can look back and say, "You saved them."